Hello everyone, happy Friday the 13th. It's scary. My name's Kyle. It is time for Maker Notes. Mrs. Olson is wearing the Nouverie, which is a beautiful, beautiful cowl by Fox and Fig Knits. That is Melissa West. And it is a seamless cowl that's worked in the round. It has some traveling stitches, it has some baubles. Here's a great picture of Jenny wearing it in one of our latest photo shoots. And it was knit using a yarn called Madrona DK. This is Madrona DK. Nice to meet you. This is color 1524 Sitka Spruce. Madrona DK is a super wonderful yarn. It has fantastic stitch definition. It is 30% baby alpaca, 30% merino wool, 20% bamboo viscose, and 20% nylon. It's a 100 gram hank, and inside this hank are 232 yards. You'll need 2 of these to make the cowl. So the deal for today and now through Sunday is if you buy 2 or more hanks of the Madrona DK, we are going to gift you the Nouverie cowl pattern. How do we do that? Well, we're going to jump onto Ravelry for you and buy the pattern from the designer, from Fox and Fig Knits. If you give us your Ravelry name, then we put the pattern in your library for you. If you don't have Ravelry or you don't use it, that's fine too. Then we just send it to whatever email address you use when you check out. We will print a copy of the pattern, put it in a page protector like we always do, and we will send it along with the yarn and all the other stuff that you purchase when we ship out your order. So purchasing that pattern, that's something that happens manually. So when we see your order, we do a happy dance, then we print out your order, and then as we go through and process those, we go onto Ravelry one order at a time and manually purchase that pattern. So it takes a little bit of time. It's not an automatic thing. So just keep that in mind as you're placing your order. You'll see your order confirmation come through, and it might be Monday before we are able to purchase the pattern and get it going for you. So that's kind of how the process works. That is what this yarn is. One thing that's kind of interesting about this yarn, this has been treated with a process called Easy Wash. So the fibers, it's kind of like Superwash, but Superwash is a trade name and it's a little bit of a different process, or the chemical is a little different. But you could wash this in a machine if you wanted to, on cold, delicate, that kind of thing, and lay the piece flat to dry. As you know, I am not a fan of putting hand knits or hand crocheted items into the washing machine. I like to wash all those things by hand. When we spend so much time making a thing, I get nervous about the machine, wanting to gobble it up. I want to take this off of Mrs. Olson just to give you an idea of what the shape is. So it's a little bit of a, it's narrower here at the top and a little wider at the bottom. It has a really fun little detail at the very base of it. And you can see those gorgeous traveling stitches and that amazing stitch definition and those little tiny baubles, which are super, super cute. So this is Nouverie. Again, it's a seamless piece, and it's a fun one to knit. So check that out if you're interested. I'm going to show you. Mrs. Olson wants to run away. Hang on just a second, my friend. I've got to make her look good, right? So I'm going to show you the different colors of Madrona as the options for what you might want to use. So I showed you Sitka Spruce. There are 10 different colors to choose from. This is Semolina Flower, so it's a really beautiful sort of harvesty gold. That's the lighter gold. There's a darker one that's kind of like a caramel color. This is called Apple Butter. So the 2 of those together, you can see they're a little bit different from one to the other. This is Apple Butter, color 1522, Semolina Flower, which is color 1515. That's 2 different options for you. If you'd like just a very classic one, this is Volcanic Basalt. This is color 1502. And this color, this really dark, dark, dark gray, it has a little bit of color variation and it looks a little heathery to me. So that's that one. I think that's the only one that kind of looks like that. There is, of course, a cream sort of natural color. This is called Natural Pearl. This is 1501. And then just to get all the neutrals out of the way, here is another Madrona DK. This is Coastal Driftwood. It's a nice warm gray. This is a really beautiful neutral gray. Looks great with, of course, black and that kind of thing. There are 2 different blues and 2 different reds. So this is called Stormfront, color 1525. Very pretty. And then the darker blue is this one here. This is, what are you called? High Tide, 1526. So that's the other blue. And then there are 2 sort of reds or pinks. There's this one called Mountain Laurel. This is color 1512. And then the last one in Madrona DK is color 1510, which is Firethorn Berry. So those are the 10 different colors that we have. Again, you need 2 hanks of it to make the Nuvari cowl. So that is our exciting project that we're suggesting. Maybe you want to get this and make it for yourself. It is a super, super soft yarn. Or perhaps you want to get a head start, if you haven't already, on your gift knitting for those knit-worthy friends and family in your life. So that's the cowl. Next thing I want to talk about is our Addie click set. So we have 2 different Cassell by Addie interchangeable sets that are on sale. These are 15% off now through Sunday. So both of the deals are through Sunday, getting the free pattern by buying the 2 hanks of yarn, or 15% off of the Rocket interchangeable sets. So there's 2 different kinds of Rocket interchangeable sets. This is gonna have papers in it. I've gotta take those out. There's all kinds of paperwork, including this little inspection sheet. It tells you who, Brigitte, checked this one out to make sure everything worked well and everything was in the case. So inside these case, which these are now a really lovely, sort of a canvasy case, there are all the tips. So inside here, there is the US 4. That's the size that the Addie Click set starts with. It goes to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 in US sizes. There's a connector down here, and then there's gonna be some cords inside the zip pouch. In the short set, which is this one, these little shorter needles, this tip is about 3.5 inches long. So because the tips are shorter, that means we can do shorter circumference circulars as well. So the short set, like this one, you also get a couple extra cords. You get cords to make a 16-inch circular, a 20-inch, and then the others, which also will show up in this one, would be the 24, 32-inch, and 40-inch cords. Those are going to be the blue cords, which everyone loves. And they have the Lifeline, the SOS Lifeline eyelet. It's a little tiny slit in the cord. So you're able to put like a piece of dental floss or something into that little slit. And as you knit along, that dental floss or other yarn gets carried along as well. So you can insert a lifeline as you're knitting, which is super cute and super fun. So those were the shorter ones. This is the standard rocket. The standard rockets are gonna look the same as far as what sizes of needle tips come in here. Come out of here, all the paper. And inside here, you're gonna see that these are the larger length of needle. So these are the 5-inch length. So in the standard size, we aren't able to do a 16 or 20-inch circular because the 2 needles themselves are each 5 inches long. So 5-inch needle on one side, 5-inch needle on the other, that's 10 inches, which means to make a 16-inch circular, the cord itself could only be like 6 inches long, which isn't long enough to be able to make that nice loop for making a hat or whatever. So these are a little larger in size, so they might be better fit for some people's hands, especially folks who might have larger hands. But honestly, I don't notice much of a difference between the 2 sizes as far as the standard or the short. They both work really well, and I'm happy to find a needle that's the right size in my collection because, you know, I'm always the most organized in putting all those things away. So if you don't have a Addie Click set yet, they are on sale, like I said, 15% off. These come with a lifetime guarantee. So if something goes wrong with them, you just reach out to us or to Cassell, and we do what we can to make things right. So that is the deal with the interchangeable sets. Other stuff to talk about, we have a knit along going on, the funicular knit along. This is with Ellen Thomas of the Chili Dog. It's happening this entire month, so people are happily knitting on their funicular cowls, they're kerchief cowls, and there's a lively discussion going on in the Ravelry group. But we're gonna have a meetup on Thursday. This is the 19th, so next Thursday from 2 to 3 p.m. Pacific time. There's gonna be a meetup on Zoom. So come join us if you would like to. You get to say hi to Ellen, to the chili dog herself, and get questions answered if you have any about the pattern. And of course, you get to show us your progress, because it's really fun to see other people's work as we're all making the same thing together. The very last thing I'll mention, I'm very long-winded today, is that the Oregon Flock and Fiber Festival is coming up. That is next weekend, so not this weekend, but next weekend. It's the 21st and 22nd of September, Saturday and Sunday. It's at the Lynn County Expo Center in Albany, Oregon. I will be there with Kim. We will have our little booth and we'll have all the needles and stuff. It is a fantastic venue, a fun market. There's animals to check out as well in the other building. And so yeah, if you are anywhere in the area, come hang out, come say hi to us, and that would be really exciting. That is Saturday the 21st. It's from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And on Sunday, it's 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Yeah, and I think that's it for today. Have a wonderful weekend, everyone. Make sure you do something kind for yourself, and I will see you again on Tuesday. Thanks for watching. Bye.